Welcome to Sensor Noise, a podcast about photography. I'm Andrew, joined as always by Arthur. Arthur,
hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm ready for the holidays.
Yeah, me too. It's I can taste the turkey already. So
I don't know what we're doing for Thanksgiving yet. I guess we should figure that out. It's kind of soon.
You know, I just go to one of my coworkers, just like orders a ton of Indian food on.
That's the way to do it, to be honest.
Yeah. I'm like, that's not a terrible idea, but we are doing the more traditional thing this year. Last year we went to Benihana. That was awful. Benihana is not a good restaurant anymore. I don't know that it ever really was, but yeah.
That is too bad.
The folks that work there, their heart isn't in it to do all the hibachi tricks.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, here's a restaurant where people's hearts are in it, and that's Haidilao Hot Pot.
Oh, yes.
Haidilao rules.
We have.
It's so good.
I don't know that we have one of those around here, but we do have a bunch of hot pot restaurants generally.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I've been informed by my Chinese colleagues that Haidilao is like, it's a big institution over there. There's like 1,400 restaurants in China.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And there's like 6 in the US, but they are really having a good time over there.
Yeah.
And I had a good time eating the hot pot. So it's a win.
Yeah. Good for them. Okay.
Seriously.
Yeah. Nearest one to me is Chicago. So
okay.
Great.
Yeah. Fair enough. But
see, this is my complaint about a lot of companies is that they think we'll serve the Midwest, and so they put one outlet in Chicago. Yeah, and they're like, job done. Dusting hands.
I'm like, no, they don't seem to understand that other Midwestern places exist.
Yeah. Well, yeah. They've got 4 of these locations in LA alone.
That makes sense. Yeah. Haidilao does make me realize how terrible American chain restaurants are. Because you go there and everything is so clean and nice. And even though the restaurant's been around a while, it looks new. Things aren't falling apart.
They maintain.
Did you know that it was possible to have restaurants that are maintained?
No, I didn't. That sounds like that costs money. Are you sure that
this boggles the American mind to maintain a chain restaurant?
Well, see, it's probably because they're being, they're like state supported or whatever, so they're subsidized.
Right. Yeah, they're communists. It's not that the Wagyu beef costs $50.
Yeah,
it doesn't have anything to do with that.
Speaking of things
good
that
news.
Cost money.
Good news. Leica now allows you to finance a camera for 48 months. In case you need to do that. And they're using one of these buy now, pay later services called BreadPay, which I've never heard of and doesn't sound real.
I have only heard of it in weird contexts, I guess. Yeah. They seem to partner with unusual brands. Yeah. Bread Financial.
Okay.
But,
if you need to finance
let's
Leica,
get that bread. Financial.
Oh, it's Comenity Capital. Of course it is.
Yeah. Well, yeah. None of these places are actually banks. So
no.
Yeah.
So in case you need a loan from BreadPay to buy a Leica,
rates range from 0% to 34.99%.
Oh, they range from those, huh? Do they?
What are the odds that you get 0%?
Pretty low, I would say.
Yeah, so if you need a new SL3 or whatever, you can
if you need a new SL3 and you've never heard of credit cards before, here you go.
You could at least get some credit card points for that, right?
I don't understand these buy now pay later services. I know they cater. I think they cater primarily to people with bad or no credit. But
I think it's just payday
that's
loans,
what Discover Card does too, right?
Yeah, I think it's just payday loans, but you don't have to go to a weird part of town, and Yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically the same kind of thing where it's oh, are you short on cash? Well, because I was looking at this, and my bank does not offer the like early pay thing. But what they do offer in concert with certain employees is this app that lets you get like you can access some of your paycheck early kind of thing, you know?
Weird.
So it's like, oh, you can get half your paycheck every week kind of thing. And I'm like, this is odd. I don't like that, you know? But yeah, anyway. Godox continues to flash us all. They have yet another universal flash. This one has a swappable Hotshoe, which is interesting.
I saw this and I kind of like it.
So it took me a little to wrap my head around how this works. Yeah.
So the shtick is that the Hotshoe is a wireless flash trigger. So you can stick the flash on top of the Hotshoe, or you can take it off and now you have a wireless flash.
Right. Okay. Yeah. No,
which is very cool, I think.
Yeah, which is kind of the way this should be.
I agree. But if you don't have a camera with a flash commander built in,
right,
then, right here, it's all in one. It has all the stuff, which is very cool.
And this flash, which is a mini flash, it's only a guide number of 18. So it's not super bright, but it'll work fine for most of the situations that you need flash. Is $79. And then it's worth noting that the wireless transmitter works with all the other Godox flashes, including their big ones, like the ones that I have, which are for like studio stuff. So, this is, of course, they came out with this right after I bought a tiny little Godox flash for my Nikon. So,
well, I personally am just glad. I'm glad that Godox has committed themselves to killing the idea that a professional flash should cost $400.
Yeah, I'm
very happy that they just said no.
There's really no reason for anyone to buy like a Pro Photo or like a Palsy Buff or whatever.
I mean, I have a Nikon Speedlight, and even now I'm like, well, this thing is junk compared to this little Godox thing.
Yeah, well, and because you can also get they have like a 100 watt second flash, on camera flash, which is like pretty ridiculous for an on camera flash. I have a 100 watt second what do you call it, monolight. So yeah, I don't know.
It's very nice. I'm like,
what I don't like is that I wish there were like a standard for this communication between flashes that they could all just implement, but
I mean, they all kind of is, but each of the brands has their own stupid thing. It's all just 2.4 gigahertz, right? It's
2.4, but there's not like a common, protocol or whatever, which is irritating. Yeah. But I think because each flash company thinks that if they did that, they would lose business. And it's like, no.
They do think
that's not.
They are stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is so the kit that comes with the flash and the Hotshoe is like $100. And you have to get the one for your brand. So you have to get like the Fuji or the Canon or the Nikon one or whatever.
Because it has to. Because also all the Hotshoes are
all the Hotshoes
for the communication. Different. Yeah, right. Used to be had one pin.
Yeah, very cool. I think I will probably get one of these. Honestly. It looks good, and I don't currently have any wireless flash capability. So this would I guess maybe my Speedlight will do it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it is.
This seems like it would be easier, especially if this will command other Godox lights, which it will. Then I think I'm in a pretty good position.
Other Godox flashes, even their like studio flashes, are A, not very expensive, and B, easy to find used for even cheaper.
Right.
So, yeah. And C, work just fine. They're not like cheap junk. They're really good.
No, they're good. They're well made.
It's like, again, why would you pay so much for like a Pro? I don't know.
It's the same kind of thing with Bamboo. Bamboo is not like the 3D printers. They're not that expensive and they're good.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a concept that is foreign to American businesses. You can make products that are cheaper and are good.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me.
We've given up on that.
But how do you profit from that?
I know, right?
Yeah.
Well, you sell more of them is how you profit from it.
Yeah. Speaking of selling more things, Canon revealed the EOS R6 Mark III. This was the thing that they were teasing. It has a 32.5 megapixel full frame sensor. Yanked from the C50, somewhat unusual megapixel size at for because it's like in between the like 28 and 40 that we're used to.
Canon, they've had other ones in the 30 range before, right?
Yeah,
wasn't like the one of the top of the line DSLRs from the older generation also in that like 33 range? I
don't know, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
They did yank the autofocus system from the R1 and the R5 II.
Yes, the 5D Mark IV was 30.4 megapixels.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like they've been in that range before.
So this is basically because Canon does their numbering system backwards. The higher number indicates a cheaper camera versus like Sony Nikon. So this is their more value model of full frame. Before you drop down to like the R50, I guess, and all that.
Yeah.
So, it's a Canon. It has the Canon controls, grip, etc. PetaPixel seems to like it. It seems like it'll probably be pretty popular. So,
yeah. Now,
what is this?
I'm looking at this picture. I should say, though, they do note that it still does overheat when it records video for a long period of time.
Well, yeah, you're supposed to get a C50 for that kind of thing.
Yeah, they still have not bothered to solve that one.
Right.
What
do you think? So I'm looking at this photo of the battery slot.
Yeah.
And there's like a connector there. What the blazes is that?
I don't know.
That's a weird one. Yeah.
Is that like what you plug in if you want to continuously power the thing?
I don't know. Because usually with that, you just have like a battery shaped thing,
Yeah.
But, yeah. Also, in comparison to the R6 II, the R6 III has a CF Express and an SD card slot rather than dual SD cards, which is nice. Better speed for recording video and things like that. So,
yeah.
Other than that, it's a Canon. I'm sure it'll sell well, given the price bracket that it's in. I don't know what else to say about it. I'm sorry. I don't get excited about Canons. They're not cameras for me. It's
an iteration on this. If you're shooting on RF, it's probably pretty good.
If you have like an R6
Z6 III.
Right. And if you have like an R6 Mark I, this is probably a good upgrade, basically.
Yeah. So. I think it's probably the Z6 III. It's like the same kind of deal.
Yep.
Yeah.
We took a closer look at overheating with the R6 Mark III and found that in many cases, the lack of active cooling does result in shorter record times.
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
Would imagine. Yes.
Yeah.
In other news, Viltrox has listened to us, and they've brought their 85mm f1.4 prime that was for the E mount. They have brought it to the Z mount. It's very good.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. So this is a f1.4. It has the toggleable clickiness for the aperture wheel, which we love. And this is basically a whole 600 of your dollars, which is pretty good for f1.4.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
Especially for the even used, the older Nikon 1.4s are expensive.
Yeah.
85. They are not
and this is
cheap.
This is, I should note, this is autofocus as well. So
yeah.
Very good. Yes. Because the comparable lens for this, they mention, is the Nikon Z85 f1.8, which is $750. So for a little less, you get a little bit more aperture. It's nice. If you really love bokeh, you can get this, and I do.
Yeah.
Square camera sensors, they're a trend. DJI's Osmo Action 6.
DJI's got one. Apple's got one on the iPhones.
Yeah.
We're doing square sensors.
Square, and then I guess you basically sort of undersample it into a rectangle, but it means that you don't have to turn the camera to record in like portrait versus landscape or whatever,
Yeah.
Basically, whatever orientation you have the camera in, you will not be compromised in resolution because the sensor is square, and then it'll just crop out the actual, like 16:9 area. So,
which pretty good. I wish. My problem though is they have these square sensors, but most of them don't actually let you take a square video or a square image.
No,
which is obnoxious. Let me use the whole sensor.
Well, here's the thing. Where would you possibly post a square video on the internet? I can't think of a single website.
Yeah, you're right. I can't think of anywhere in. It can't be done. Can't be done. Yeah. Nowhere except square videos. It's all vertical now.
The DJI Osmo 6 is available. Osmo Action 6 is available not on DJI's online store because that's still going on. It is theoretically available at B&H, at least until DJI gets banned from the US in, I think, a couple weeks. So, yeah.
Theoretically.
It's cool that we're just not allowed to have nice things anymore because they might come from China,
Yeah. Yeah, we don't. Yeah. Who needs it? Let's be honest. Who needs nice things from China? We don't.
No. Yeah. Listen, be a patriot. Go buy a GoPro or whatever.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Because GoPro has drones that definitely don't fall out of the sky.
Whoops. Free advice for camera companies. These are some articles from PetaPixel.
PetaPixel has some advice, but I think we largely agree with these bits of advice that they have for these camera companies.
We largely agree. Yeah, this first one, looking at Nikon's line and the competition, the Z7 III should exist.
Yep. That's kind of it, really.
Yeah.
They probably should make one of those.
Because it turns out, I mean, as they note here, the Z6 III is $2,100. The Z8 is $3,600. There is nothing in between. Well, there's the ZR, but that's, if you're a photographer, there is nothing in between. And there probably should be.
There almost certainly should be.
Yeah. And here's the thing, like if they come out with a Z7 III, that's probably what I'd want because I'd like the more megapixels.
The bigger sensor, of course. Yeah.
But I don't need quite the horsepower of like a Z8. So,
Yep.
I don't know.
There should be something in between. I mean, especially since they've gone and made their cameras Z5, Z6, Z7, Z8, Z9. There's got to be a 7. You can't just skip one for no reason.
Yeah, you can't just discontinue the 7 and then have a hole in your lineup. You know,
because then the 7 should be the 8 should be called the 7.
Mm-hmm.
Then, I don't know. They should do something there. At the very least, at this point, you shouldn't be buying a Z7 II. No one should
absolutely
buy that one pretty much.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
And then the second one, Canon should revisit novel touch controls. Yeah. Canon, remember how Canon used to innovate on controls? Not just touch controls, but in general. Like they had eye autofocus and stuff.
Yes, I had a Canon film camera that had eye-controlled autofocus.
Yeah.
A thing that they then basically were like, nobody wants this. Although I think haven't they brought it back on like the
you might be right. Yeah.
But it's certainly not as common as it was. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think, this is not necessarily just Canon, but most camera companies that it's like, as we've observed before, every camera is sort of converging to like the same rough, dimensions, specifications, etc. It's sort of like how every car is, a crossover now. Every camera is like a hybrid camera, kind of thing. And would just like to see something interesting. Fuji is actually doing this. They have their film simulation dial now. That's new and interesting.
It's something.
Is it a bit of a gimmick? Sure. But for the people that like it, for the folks that like film simulation, it's kind of nice just be able to flip a knob instead of having to go menu diving to change.
Yeah. Agree.
Yeah. So
I'm just, and this one in particular, they're saying like Canon, I don't know if you remember with the first Canon mirrorless, they did try new touch controls, and everyone hated them.
Yeah.
So instead of trying again, they were just like, all right, fine, we'll just make it like we used to.
Mm-hmm.
They like just didn't try again. They just reverted back to what they used to have instead.
Well, and
I think that's not like, you should try.
Here's the thing. We have the technology, right? Because so Apple has their, what do they call it? The haptic engine, where they can make it feel like you have pressed a button when you actually haven't,
And Apple isn't the only one now. Like I have the new Logitech MX, whatever this is, MX Master 4 mouse.
Mm-hmm.
Its haptics are also very good. And so is the ones in the PlayStation 5 controller. We can do this, and it's not locked behind patents because other people have figured out how to do it.
Right.
Why are we not? We can use them. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Did they just not care? Or have they figured that photographers are too old and cranky to change?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, they might be right about that one, I guess.
It could be, yeah.
Hard to say. But, hey, if you're a camera maker out there, try something new.
Yeah.
It won't hurt you.
Next.
Like this.
Yes.
You remember when this was announced, maybe a year ago or so?
I think so, yeah.
Jeff Bridges said he was making a new panoramic film camera, and everyone said, huh? I think universally was the response.
Well, because he famously uses a WideluxX.
Yeah.
So he was like, what if we made a new WideluxX? Also, we're going to add an extra X to the name.
Yeah.
So this is the WideluxX.
2 X's.
And they've got a prototype of it now, and boy, is it gold.
It sure is gold, yeah.
It sure is pretty gold.
But so, I mean, that is a WideluxX.
Yeah.
That's what it is for sure.
Here's the thing. It's a mechanical film camera. It's really not that complicated.
No, it's not. But like they sure are doing it. So I sort of expected this to go nowhere, I think. And now I'm pleased to see that they have something that looks like a real device.
Yeah.
So
it's also just interesting to see, because swing lens cameras have always been very rare.
Yes.
But it's so interesting, I guess, because you can't.
It's a novel thing. You can't buy a new one of these right now.
Right.
No one's making anything like this at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's reasonably priced. This seems like the kind of thing that would be interesting to own.
Yeah. Which I hope it will be, because again, it is just mechanical. So, but
Depends
they're surely not
making
it out of plastic. That seems not to be the case. So
no, the problem will be the manufacturing. Like if it's a small batch, if they're not making a ton, which I don't know how they would make a ton, it's going to be like individually CNC machined. It'll take a long time to make. It'll be expensive in terms of labor. Yeah. The materials won't be the high cost. It'll be the labor. So we'll see. We will watch your career with great interest.
Next, we have yet another Japanese camera chart update. Guess what's on top this time? You won't.
Nikon.
Yeah.
Nikon for something.
It's the Nikon ZR. The red one, not in color, but the one that is, a red cinema camera DNA sort of thing, is the best-selling camera in October in Japan.
Now, I just want to say, what's unique about this and all of the other cameras that have topped the top-selling market in Japan for the past several months? It's that it's small.
It's small.
It's compact.
Yeah,
interesting.
Again, what are the other ones on top? Number 1, Nikon ZR. Number 2, Sony A7C. The C is for compact. 2. Number 3, the Ricoh GR4.
Yep, it's all just small cameras.
The people want the small cameras.
And
we want the
too.
K cameras,
The XE5 is on that list as well. Also small.
The XE5, the GR3X, the XM5, also small.
This is what the people want.
Yeah.
Nikon, give me a firmware that disables the video. Just let me take pictures with this thing.
Give me a small camera.
Yeah.
So. That's interesting. Finally, the Rollei 35 AF. We talked about this. When it came out, it was not considered all that good. But Mint Camera, the makers of it, have been continuously improving it, which is a reminder to never buy the first model of something new.
That is right.
Because
that will be
over the last year,
pain.
they have, it says, added a magnet to the rewind crank so that it sticks to the body and lies flush, preventing it from catching on pockets. They updated the shutter speed dial to improve stability and also improve the shutter button itself to be more precise and react akin to how a photographer would expect. They improved the mode dial with better mechanics so that it provided users with a more confident feeling click. They recalibrated the entire shutter mechanism to give better accuracy. The film spool was updated to provide a better grip on a wider variety of film canisters. The strap lugs were changed to give them wider capability. And then most recently, they have updated the film pressure plate to provide a flatter film plate, which basically, better for the film, better sharpness. So if you buy a Mint a Rollei 35 AF now, it is much improved, so they say.
Well, good thing I didn't buy one.
Yeah,
I guess.
One other thing, I guess, people complained that they could not put filters on it, and they have created a filter adapter that magnetically attaches filters to the camera, which you can get. That is one thing you can get if you have a early model 35 AF. You can't get all the other mechanical things because you bought in too early, I guess. So.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is interesting. Maybe this turns out to be a compelling little portable camera option after all. It's nice that they aren't just, that they didn't just like throw it out there and they're like, here you go. But that they actually are like, we're going to improve this,
Right.
Again, a sort of rare thing these days. Or if they had done this, they would have just rolled it into like a 35 AF2 and charged an extra $200 for it.
That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
It's better for them not to, I think, because it isn't really different.
No, it is admittedly fairly small mechanical updates. So, yeah.
But this is the kind of thing that companies used to do where over the lifetime of a product, you make small manufacturing improvements.
Mm-hmm.
And like if you buy the same thing several years later, it's still called the same thing, but it's a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody does that anymore, but that used to be a thing that people would do.
Yep.
So it's not out of the question.
Speaking of spending $200 more on something, Adobe MAX happened.
Yeah, we've got back-to-back topics here. We have Adobe and then we have Affinity because that was right after our last recording. So Adobe has Max. There's a bunch of generative AI crap that I don't really care about. I don't really want to talk about that stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's depressing.
I don't. Here's the thing. The way I generate photos is I go out and take them with a
exactly. I go out and I take a picture with my camera.
Yeah.
And then I've generated the photo.
I pointed at something I think looks interesting.
Yeah. Now, I will say they are using generative AI for some interesting features. There's one that they showed. I don't have a link handy, but they showed one where when removing objects from a room in a photo, you could readjust the lighting in the room afterwards.
Okay. Interesting.
Which does seem kind of useful. So like the example that they showed, which I guess is pretty like tailor picked, I suppose, was you take a picture of a room that has a lamp in it and then you remove the lamp. And then what happens to the photo? And it recomposed, it changed the lighting, it rebuilt the shadows. But another one they showed was like a photo had an object that was casting a shadow, and when you remove the object, it would also remove the shadow. Pretty cool, I think, kind of useful. Does it need generative AI to do that? I don't know. Maybe not. But that's at least
interesting.
A practical use of it, I think.
Right. Yeah.
The things I want to talk about is the new Lightroom features.
Mm-hmm.
So all of my uses for Lightroom plugins now are gone because they built the features in like they should have. So one is culling, AI assisted culling. They've added finally. So sorry, Aftershoot, I don't need you anymore.
Yeah. I think you and I have both used this recently, and it's fine. It does what it's supposed to do. It does
basically the same as Aftershoot. I actually think it gives you more control than Aftershoot does.
I would say, yes, it does. Yes.
Which is kind of nice.
It, when it comes to the sort of thing where it's like, just get rid of anything that's out of focus or has people's eyes closed,
does that exactly how you want.
Yeah.
And there's some more controls. So it lets you choose whether the eyes are in focus or open. And then you can also say just like, don't include any pictures that don't have eyes in them. Mm-hmm. You can also say if you can't tell if the eyes are open, like if it's ambiguous, then reject them. It's pretty useful.
Reject based on over or under exposure as well.
Yeah, if it thinks it's a misfire, if you've got other random stuff in there, I can get rid of it.
And then much like Aftershoot, it can basically say, oh, all these images look similar and sort of stack them together.
So that's the other feature is auto stacking. Yeah. It can stack them together automatically. Now, what's cool about the way that Lightroom is doing it is it seems like it only has to analyze the images once. So I don't know if you ever went back in Aftershoot and made changes to how you wanted it to cull. It has to like reanalyze the entire library again.
Yeah.
With this one, it seems like once it's analyzed the image, it has all the information it needs, and changing the filters is just a filter. Right. It doesn't actually have to reanalyze anything.
Which makes sense, I guess, in that it basically is like, well, I'm just going to analyze for all of these, and then you can choose to selectively apply them. Yeah.
Which is great. And you can have it do it on import as well. You can have it run the analysis. So then it's just, while it's generating all your previews, it's just done.
Which is what I did. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I did too. And on my M4 MacBook Pro, it was basically instant. It's very, very fast to go through and
it was. I would say it's honestly a bit faster than Aftershoot. So.
It's significantly faster, at least for me.
Yeah.
Says the auto stack. And the other one that's cool that they've added is dust removal, automated dust removal. And it's supposed to auto detect. It's like part of this new distraction removal thing they've got. So they had reflections in there before, but now you can have it look at a bunch of images and determine if you have like dust on your sensor and then automatically remove it.
Very nice. Yeah.
Which is very cool. As someone who's had dust on my sensor before, this is great because then you have to go and do it to like 400 photos, and that's obnoxious.
So they did digital ice, but for actual digital.
Yeah, actually for digital.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll expand this to film. That would be cool.
That
you
would
could
actually
do the dust removal for film, but it seems like this one is specifically trying to detect a consistent spot that's the same in a batch of pictures and then remove that.
Which is, when you think about it, it's like, oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it makes a ton of sense. Yeah. And then also they've changed, there's some new controls, like the last one, there's some new controls for tone and color adjustments. Where you can, like when you're adjusting tone for one color in the photo, I haven't played with this, but you can adjust how much that adjustment that you've made to a color affects other similar colors. So you have a little more fine control. If you need to just adjust one hue, you can tell it basically like, don't affect anything else.
Well, that I presume that's because it's AI generating a new image with those colors. I don't know.
Could be.
Yeah.
But very cool. These are good features, I think.
Yeah, no, I'm I was when you told me, Lightroom has AI assisted culling now, I was like, okay, we'll see how it goes. So I'm pleasantly surprised, I would say.
Oh, and one more that's a really stupid feature they should have had all along. You can now zoom in while you are cropping.
Oh, yeah.
Which you couldn't do before. But
which
now
feels
you can.
like a feature flag someone just forgot.
So now you can zoom in while you have the crop tool enabled.
Yeah.
So thanks, I guess. That makes my subscription worth it right there. Speaking of subscriptions, Affinity has decided to shoot themselves in the foot a little bit here.
Yeah, I mean, what
okay. What's happened is
what
Affinity
are we doing
used to be the whole point of Affinity was, hey, what if it's Photoshop, but you give us money once and then we give you a piece of software? That was the value proposition of Affinity.
It'll never work.
Well, it seemed to work fine for them for a while until Canva saw that Adobe was trying to buy Figma and was like, oh no, we need to do that too. And then bought Affinity.
Yeah.
And that was like a year ago, maybe a little more than a year ago.
So. Yeah.
And they haven't done anything except now they have.
Yes.
So the change is now all of the Affinity apps are free.
But also there is only one Affinity app now.
Yeah, so they've merged all the apps together. Design, photo, and
Publisher.
Yeah, they're all just one app. It's called Affinity.
Which is vector graphics, raster graphics, i.e. photo editing, and desktop publishing.
It's a strange, very odd choice.
Which the Adobe equivalents would be Illustrator, Photoshop, InDesign, basically.
Imagine merging those three together, which seems crazy to me, but whatever.
Like,
so they've done that.
Dreamweaver in there now next? Like, what's the deal?
Remember that brief period where you could make... Do you remember that brief period where you could make Flash-enabled websites in InDesign?
No, I don't.
Yeah,
I do remember making buttons and other sort of, graphical elements in Fireworks. And then you could slice them up and import them into Dreamweaver.
Oh yeah. Fireworks was something.
Adobe Fireworks.
So now
Macromedia Fireworks.
So there's only one app, and the app has different tabs. You see, they have a vector tab, a pixel tab, a layout tab, and an AI tab, of course. And so this is the real rub here is the apps are free, but they really would like it if you subscribe to the Canva AI.
Yeah, you don't get the AI unless you subscribe to Canva, basically.
Right. And there's nothing to push you to use the AI. And currently, there is a toggle in the Affinity app to turn the AI off entirely.
Okay, interesting.
So that is there.
So what I'm hearing is that you can basically get a pretty decent photo editor for no money.
Correct.
Which seems like a good deal for me, but I question the viability of this as a going concern.
That's the risk here. And that's the reason that I think this is a mistake.
Like, they didn't want to just make it like $5 a month or something.
Yeah,
like,
I think people would feel a lot better about it if there was a way to give them money for this product.
Make it $5 a month, and then like offer to like, I don't know, like students or whatever, be like, oh, you can get a free subscription.
I think I think they should do what JetBrains does. I like JetBrains' licensing model, and I wish Adobe would use it as well. For JetBrains, it's a yearly subscription for their developer tools. When you pay your subscription, so when you re-up, you get perpetual licenses for whatever the version of all the tools are at that moment.
Right.
So every year you get a new perpetual license.
So for that version, and if you unsubscribe, you still have access to that, but you won't get any updates.
You just won't get updates. We get security updates, but no like feature updates.
Right.
For whatever it is at the time you paid. Which
and they also
is what Affinity was moving towards, I guess. That's like kind of where they were going. But
yeah,
in this way, so now the fear is that they're going to do the lock-in thing where they're like, oh, it's free. Everyone gets to use Canva or Affinity for free, and you can do all your stuff in here. And then in 3 years, when private equity comes along, they're like, oh, by the way, now you have to pay us. And we're holding all your stuff hostage until you give us $20 per user per month.
Yeah.
That's the risk now.
I'm gonna go wah, wah. Yeah.
At least with Adobe, you know the deal.
Right.
You know that they're gonna hold your stuff hostage if you don't pay them.
Right. Yeah.
But that's on the box.
Mm-hmm.
With this, it's just there's so little trust in these tech companies now that like nobody believes Canva when they say it's free forever. Nobody believes them, and you shouldn't.
Right.
I don't think you should believe them.
It's like, all right, what's the catch? And there is a catch, obviously, even if it's not evident right now. But I mean, we know at this point that this is not viable. I would say,
yep.
You know, so
where does the money come from? I guess they think it's going to come from Canva AI subscriptions, but let me tell you, nobody's making money on AI, least of all Canva.
Do not believe that is compelling enough to sustain it. I really don't think that people are that. I think people use AI when it is a free, addition, but to get people to pay for AI, it's just not compelling enough because it's like
you're not getting
it's stuff that you don't really need that badly. That it's like
people treat AI like Google search. Nobody's paying for Google search.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't.
Not
Google
yet.
knows that. They're not stupid.
Right. Yeah.
If Google started to charge for search, no one would use it. The whole value is that it's free.
Because it's not very good anymore.
Well, currently it's not very good.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's too bad because what alternative do you have now?
Mm-hmm.
You could go back to Adobe, I guess.
Yeah, or you could, there's like Pixelmator for Mac, I guess.
But that doesn't do what other so Microsoft Publisher is going away too.
Oh,
so
yeah,
for desktop publishing, you got nothing.
Is Quark Express still around?
Maybe.
It is. Okay, yeah, you could Quark Express.
Sure.
Is desktop publishing still a thing?
InDesign makes a lot of money.
I guess so. Yeah.
Quark Express, it does seem like they will still sell you a perpetual license.
You know what? Good on them.
For $524, which seems like a fair price, I think.
Yeah, no.
For what that is.
Yeah.
But, there's a reason Adobe charges so much. It's not just because they want to make a lot of money. This is also, very complicated and expensive software to maintain.
Mm-hmm.
It costs a lot to pay developers to work on this stuff. And I don't understand where Canva is planning on getting the money to pay for this.
Are they one of those like they got in just under the wire in the free money times? And
I don't know.
They just have a bunch of free investor money to set on fire.
It could be.
Founded in Australia for January 1st, 2013.
Let's see what Crunchbase says here. Canva, they're for profit. Are they public though? I don't think they're public yet. So I don't know what their investment situation is.
It says they raised $200 million in 2021.
Yeah,
that's not that much anymore. I don't know. Yeah, it's an odd one.
I don't know. I don't be surprised if Affinity becomes not free at some point.
Yeah.
And then you have to pay them. I would not be surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Which is too bad. What's this next topic? Oh, this is something that I thought was interesting relating to our Adobe Max conversation. Mm-hmm. PetaPixel has an opinion piece about how we're basically post ISO at this point. Which I think is probably true.
Yeah.
I'm curious what your experience is, but to me, the new AI noise reduction features they've got in Lightroom, pretty much.
Well, even that, the sensor quality on digital cameras these days is so good that we did a nighttime photo shoot the other day, and I had my ISO cranked up to like 52,000 or something.
Yeah.
And it made a completely dark scene look like it was well lit without,
right.
without like any sort of noise. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know where it's getting the light from.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't understand how it does that.
But yeah, I don't really worry about noise in low light anymore. It's it seems that we have figured that out.
And that's a really interesting place to be.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it used to be that any ISO over like 3200 on the digital camera was unusable.
Yeah.
But now you can crank it up and it's fine.
Yep.
You can basically get exactly what you want.
It is very interesting to go back and forth between film and digital, where film I care very much about ISO.
Right.
So, but for digital these days, it's like you don't really need to. I mean, you can just leave your camera in auto ISO mode. It'll do fine.
I still control it because,
yeah,
that's how I am. But I probably don't need to.
Yeah.
I could probably just control the shutter and I mean, even shutter speed now you also kind of don't need to control unless you're trying to freeze motion.
Right.
Otherwise it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm taking a trip to Hong Kong.
Okay.
I have a Z9 as my primary camera.
Ooh,
well, that's not going to work, I don't think. So, like, what should I do?
I
have a couple of thoughts. So I have an X1. I have a Fuji X100V, which is fine. I think it is kind of large for what it is, though. It's not really compact.
I wouldn't say it's necessarily a travel camera.
Yeah.
Because
it's also not that versatile.
Yeah.
Right. I can't change the lens. So even if I want to, depending on what we're doing, I can't like zoom in on stuff.
Right. Yeah.
So that's one option for sure. And I could like trade in my 5 for a 6. So I have in-body stabilization, and that would help some.
Mm-hmm.
The other thought would be a GR4, maybe.
Listen, if you don't need zoom or think you can go without, it's a really solid option.
Right. If I can get one, which I can't currently. But
I mean, that's the kind of bearing the lead here.
I might actually be able to get one in Hong Kong easier than the US.
Well, that's true. Yeah. The sensor's good. It has in-body stabilization. Yep. I can say from experience, very compact.
Extremely.
You can throw this in like a jeans pocket, no issue.
Yeah.
I would consider it. Also because it's a Ricoh, and Ricoh doesn't make very many cameras. It's interesting, as well. So
I'm like, I know it's technically not as good as any Nikon, but it's kind of cool.
It's and it's a travel camera. Like it's probably not going to be anyway, right? Because it's meant to be small and nimble.
But then with the GR, my other thing is like, well, should I wait for the GR monochrome that's coming in the spring? And like that, I kind of actually want more than the regular one.
Yeah. Also,
So then the third option, I think, is something Z6 III, maybe a Z5 II, a ZR. Because I have lenses already.
Can you take stills with the ZR?
I think so.
Okay. Maybe.
I think it's basically a Z6 III with some special red firmware.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't think it's like any different really internally. I think it is the same. It's the same sensor, I think.
Yeah. The Z5 II is pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not the most compact, I would say.
No, it's like the same size as the Z6.
Yeah. Which neither of them are particularly small and travelable, I would say.
But they're considerably more travelable than my Z9.
Yes, that's true.
So that's what I'm comparing to.
And they will, have a pretty, I would say, consistent experience to what you're used to.
Very consistent.
So
and it takes all the same lenses that I already have, so I don't have to get any lenses.
Yeah.
I already have I have ENEL15C batteries because I already used to have. I had a Z6 II before,
right?
So I already have batteries and everything too.
Right. Do you have like one of the compact zooms for this kind of thing? Okay. Yeah. Because like a Z5 with like the 24 to 50 zoom is that's a pretty small zoom, so that's not a bad option. One thing I note conspicuously absent, the Sigma BF.
You're right. I didn't even consider that. I think that camera is stupid, but it is also kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I also noticed no
Leica.
Yeah.
You don't want a rangefinder?
Talk
really. About a compact. No, yeah.
On B&H, I do notice on the Sigma BF, it says this item cannot be returned. Just
interesting.
Yeah. I think that's the only camera body on B&H that says can't be returned.
Yeah. Fascinating. Huh.
Yeah. So like, what do you think? What would you do in this situation?
I guess in my mind, travel camera to me means as small as and compact as possible.
Right.
I would lean towards the Ricoh.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
But I think your point about they are coming out with a monochrome one, which is more interesting, is like maybe you don't want to. I mean, can you rent for the period of time that you're?
That's a good question. I mean, theoretically, yes. The question is, does Lens Rentals even have GR4s yet? No, they don't.
They don't? Okay. Do they have the GFX 100 RF? Because that would be a hell of a thing to rent.
GFX 100 RF. Available. Yes, they do have those.
See that? Okay. That would be interesting.
But that's huge also.
It's sorry.
Bigger than my it's bigger than my X100.
I'm reading right here on Moment. It says a pocket-sized camera. So
I mean, if you wear Jinkos, maybe.
Yeah.
No, the GR4 it says they won't have until the end of December, so I'm not going to be able to get a GR4. Rip. And since there's only one lens rental company now,
yeah.
So I don't know. I don't have a good answer yet. I'm not sure what I'm going to do.
Could you? I guess other things that you could possibly rent would be like an XE5 or the new XM, because those are pretty small. And XE5. And being APS-C, you know,
that's not a bad idea.
Because then you get, a better experience than just your X100,
right?
You know? And you could rent a couple lenses. You could just rent one, But yeah.
Yeah. Are these available yet?
I don't know. Fuji's weird like that, where they're like, we've announced a new camera. When will you be able to get it? I don't know. Maybe this decade, if you're lucky.
What's the size difference between the XE5 and the X100? I think it's bigger with the lenses.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a touch bigger.
It's very close, but it does look like it's a little bigger.
Oh my goodness. The right camera for you is very clearly the Fujifilm X half.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, you're right. You're right. I should have an X half.
Yeah.
That'll fix it.
I don't know. The XM5 is very compact.
It's true.
Like. Yeah.
Maybe that's the way to go.
I think the problem is, here's the thing. The right answer here, like maybe 10 years ago, would have been like a Sony A6000 or something.
Right.
But they haven't come out with a new one of those in a while. But like
literally
where like the body bumps out because it's smaller than the lens. And so it has a little, that's the...
I mean, maybe...
I'll give Sony credit. They're really good at making a small mirrorless camera, but they've kind of given up on that now.
Which is too bad.
Yeah.
I'm really disappointed in that because they should keep making them.
Yeah. I don't know. There's not like a slam dunk answer here.
No, there
which
isn't.
is unfortunate. Yeah.
The smallest, if I want to stick with Nikon and use the lenses I already have, the smallest Nikon full frame camera is the ZR.
Okay. Yeah.
It is the smallest.
I'd be curious,
but I don't know if you can use that for pictures.
Yeah. Can you?
I'm genuinely not sure. I have no idea. I mean, if you look at the camera, it has a little toggle that says picture and video. Mm-hmm. So I assume it can take photos.
Here I am on r/Nikon. I know a lot of people have been wondering about the Nikon ZR as a stills camera.
Yeah.
We all know its primary design focus is a video camera first, stills camera second. I think I still stand behind that. However, I think some YouTube reviewers either skipped over the stills aspect of the camera or were very quick to dismiss its stills capability.
Right. I never heard anyone talking about it.
Using this camera in stills just as much as video has proven to be a fun experience. I am having a ball using this camera for both stills and video. The color science is downright cool. The 4-inch screen set to set a composition for a still photo is like a dream.
Yeah, it does have a massive screen also.
Which I think makes up for the lack of a viewfinder.
Yeah.
You know what?
And it's a display P3 screen as well, apparently.
And it can get real bright in the sun.
Extremely bright.
Yeah. I would say that you should try this and report back.
I can rent one. That's what I'll do.
Yeah, I'd be curious. The pictures that this person has posted, pretty good.
Yeah.
And so
I mean it should be. It's a Z6 sensor. Like it should be good.
And clearly you can use it, you can take stills with it. That much is certain. So yeah.
Yeah, that seems maybe what I'll do. Because they're like, if I were to purchase one, they're the same price.
Mm-hmm.
Right now. They're both like $2,100.
Mm-hmm.
The only one that's significantly cheaper is the Z5.
On another form, it says, yes, I know the ZR is launched as a great video camera, which it is. However, switch to photo mode, and it's a bare bones version of the Z6 III.
Right.
No mechanical shutter, few buttons, no viewfinder, but a 4-inch, very bright LCD, and the form factor makes it incredibly compact.
That's what I figured, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
And it has the dual base ISO and all that stuff, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're already used to electronic shutter.
Yeah, I only have electronic shutter. I don't have a physical shutter anymore, so. That seems like probably what I will do then.
Since you've got the lenses already, I think it's
right. Because I could get a ZF, but we already have one in the house, and that's Kim's. That's not mine.
Also, not that compact either.
No, it's not. It's bigger than the ZR.
Yeah,
considerably larger, actually.
I would give this a try. I think it's possible the ZR becomes a sort of sleeper travel camera. If this is
they will rent it to me for 19. That's when I need it for $226.
Oh wow, that's very reasonable.
So that's actually pretty good. I think I will do that.
Yeah,
and we will see how it goes.
Yeah,
and then I'll bring my 50mm prime and probably my compact zoom and call it a day.
Mm-hmm. There you go, and that'll fit. It's very.
I can fit that in my backpack easily.
Yeah.
And my only concern is the battery, because I'm so used to the big battery. Because I only have the gigantic battery from the Z9 now.
Yeah.
I'm not used to an ENEL 15 anymore.
Well, how many do you have? You've like 2.
I have quite a few.
Okay,
I have a lot.
So you can swap. I think you'll probably be okay taking stills. The only thing is if you're in bright sun and the screen is absolutely, blasting at high brightness. But
then we might have a problem.
Yeah, but you're not taking video, so I wouldn't worry too much that you're going to burn through it real quick.
Although who knows? Maybe I will.
Arthur vlogger arc.
No, that's not going to happen.
What's up, guys?
I will not be vlogging. Do not worry about that.
Yeah, no, obviously the answer to your question is for a travel camera is the Osmo Action 6. This podcast sponsored by DJ.
I will be looking for Osmo cameras in Hong Kong because the Osmo Pocket is MSRP over there.
Oh, wow. Nice.
And is not crazy inflated. So if I can get one, I might get one there because it will be normal priced.
Just like filling up a sack to bring back.
Yeah, right. To be fair, I did also consider Hasselblad. The little square one would be decent, but the 500 series basically. Yeah, those little guys. That's not a bad option either, but
it's not a bad option.
Too much hassle.
Very good. I also think that's you wouldn't want to lose that if you rented it, obviously.
Well, you buy the protection.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
But that was almost $1,000 to rent from Lens Rentals for the days that I need it. So
that's a
versus $200 for this one. I think I'll go with the $200.
Yeah, makes sense.
Damage and theft, $51. Okay, sure, that seems reasonable. All right, well, I guess I'm doing this. You've solved my problem.
There you go. When are you?
Around Christmas time.
Okay,
yeah.
So we'll find out.
We'll be there for Christmas.
Very nice.
We're doing a Christmas dinner at the. Are we going? We're going to the Ritz, maybe. I don't remember. I booked it the other day. It looks good. Going to Hong Kong is weird because everything you book looks really expensive, but it's because it's in Hong Kong dollars.
And then you convert, and you're like,
oh, that's like $50. Okay, that's fine. You're like, damn, that is a like $300 cake that I'm reserving at this restaurant. And then you do the conversion. It's like, oh, it's like $60. Okay, that's fine. It's not actually that bad.
We will look forward to hearing your report in a little while. But tune in next time when we cover more. We'll see. I don't know. I feel like we might be heading into a fallow period for camera news until CES.
I think so.
But whatever happens,
you may only hear from us once in December if it's like last year. Just be prepared.
Yeah. We'll do a gift guide episode like the other podcasts. Yeah.
That could be fun. We might actually have fun with
that. As long as we pick sort of, off the wall stuff, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which we're liable to. So, yeah.
We are.
We'll see you next time.